Hello everyone, and thanks for watching. This is your 5-minute edge on youth mental health. This video was made possible through a partnership between the Wisconsin After School Network and the Wisconsin Department of Children and Families. I'm Madeline Vandehei, Social Emotional Learning Coordinator at the Boys and Girls Club of Portage County, and I'm excited to talk to you today about one concept that can help when you think about the mental health of kids in your program. When we are faced with traumatic experiences or other potential threats, our brains and bodies launch into overdrive to prepare us for any action that we may need to take to protect ourselves. This overdrive is an involuntary physiological response that releases adrenaline and cortisol, which in turn cause a chain reaction of physical changes through the rest of the body. Likely, you've heard this referred to as the fight, flight, or freeze responses. However, sometimes our brains may begin to relive these past distressing events as if they were happening in real time, despite there being no active threat. Whatever sensory reminder led to the unprompted sense of impending danger and subsequent self-preservation is typically referred to as a trigger. Triggers often lead to a feeling of anger or frustration, an urge to run away, or the need to shut down completely. For example, a person recovering from an eating disorder may feel triggered by hearing a classmate make a joke about gaining weight after a good meal. In this situation, the triggered individual might feel angry at themselves or uncomfortable after hearing the classmate's referral to gaining weight. It's important to be aware that triggers are less about feeling personally offended about a situation, but more about the involuntary biological reaction. However, our body doesn't only experience these negative reactions to stimuli. Inversely, there are sensations called glimmers, which act as the opposite of triggers. Instead of sending the nervous system into self-preservation, glimmers encourage a sense of safety and connection. Like triggers, they are also based in sensory experiences. As someone working in a youth-serving organization or after-school program, there are bound to be situations that have the potential to trigger your stress response. What are 3 glimmers that you might use in these moments to help stay regulated? Now that you have a few tools that you might draw on to take care of yourself, think about how you might introduce this idea to kids. What kind of impact might it have for everyone in programming to have 3 glimmers handy to help them regulate when times are tough? Some common glimmers that have been noted include feeling warm sunshine, smelling flowers, petting animals, or seeing a stranger smile. These moments can be more difficult to identify, especially because our bodies prioritize responding to triggers more than glimmers, but most people can find theirs by taking a few moments of mindfulness and thinking about what makes them feel calm and happy. To summarize, both triggers and glimmers are automatic, physiological responses by our nervous system to external stimuli via the senses. Triggers are emotionally distressing reminders of past experiences that direct our bodies into fight, flight, or freeze. Glimmers are pleasant sensations that create a sense of calm and a feeling of safety, which can often help reset a stressed brain. As someone working in a youth-serving organization or after-school program, there are bound to be situations that have the potential to trigger your stress response. What are 3 glimmers that you might use in those moments to help stay regulated? Now that you have a few tools that you might draw on to take care of yourself, think about how you might introduce this idea to kids. What kind of impact might it have for everyone in programming to have 3 glimmers ready to help them regulate when times are tough?